Throughout history, groups have repeatedly singled out and often brutally punished those who looked, spoke, or worshipped differently. This isn't a quirk of particular cultures, but a recurring pattern rooted in several interlocking dynamics. At its core, authority rests on a shared identity, an us bound by language, ritual, or lineage. Anyone who falls outside that circle threatens the cohesion of the ruling coalition. By demonizing outsiders, whether Jews in medieval Europe, indigenous peoples during colonial expansion, or political dissidents under authoritarian regimes, those in power can reinforce the myth of a unified in-group. Economic crises, plagues, and military defeats create fear and uncertainty. Leaders often redirect public anger away from their own failings by blaming marginalized minorities. The Black Death saw pogroms against Jewish communities in 14th century Europe. More recently, scapegoating of immigrant groups has risen during economic downturns in Western democracies. Punishment serves not only to eliminate, but to terrify. Public spectacles, from Roman crucifixions of Christians to witch burnings in early modern England, reinforce the absolute power of the state or church. When the penalty meted out for deviating from the norm is cruel enough, the population internalizes compliance. Often, those who look different are also economically useful to those in power, so they're allowed to live, but in a permanently subjugated status. The transatlantic slave trade and Jim Crow segregation in the United States turned race into a justification for forced labor and social exclusion. Many societies have tied spiritual purity to physical or cultural uniformity. Deviating dress, dietary laws, or religious beliefs have been grounds for heresy trials, caste exclusion, or pogroms. Maintaining an unblemished ritual community required expelling anyone who polluted the group. Today's digital panopticon and algorithm-driven hate speech policing still mirror ancient impulses. Political regimes brand opposition journalists as foreign agents. Social media mobs dehumanize anyone who posts unpopular opinions. Some argue that modern pluralistic societies with laws against discrimination have broken this cycle. Yet I would say nah. The vestiges of punish the different lie just beneath the surface of any society that hasn't fully confronted its own history of exclusion. Blaming others offers a clear narrative for complex problems. Demonizing an outgroup consolidates power among the in-group. Exploiting and excluding minorities enriches the majority class. Myths of purity and honor perpetuate intergenerational bias. Breaking this cycle requires more than legal prohibitions. It demands collective self-examination, recognizing when we ourselves tacitly exclude or dehumanize. It means teaching history unflinchingly, listening to marginalized voices, and building institutions that protect difference rather than punish it.